I am so excited to welcome the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Trio event. We are so excited. We're going to go in a round robin. I'm going to mention your name. You're going to say who you are, what you do, and your favorite moment in Call of Duty. So, first off, we're going to start off with the man. Mention your name. You're going to say who you are, what you do, and that was the stream. So there we now we know the stream is working. So first off, we're gonna start off with the man rubbing his hands with the cool hat. Farouk, start us off.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Farouk Tahi, aka Big Daddy Hutch is in the building. Call of Duty, get it down. Hey, I'm here, man. Ready to have a good time. Let's go.
Yes, and your favorite moment on Call of Duty.
My favorite moment in Call of Duty is anytime anybody get that headshot from long distance with Hutch. That's what I'm talking about. They got that sniper rifle, baby.
I dig it. Next up, we are going to a phenomenal person with hair as glorious as a unicorn, Allison. Oh, not Nick, sorry.
What's up, guys? My name's Allison Packard, and I voice Rose in Modern Warfare 2. We got any Rose fans on the line? It's good to see you guys. Hey, Maisie, what's going on? My favorite, I guess, line from Call of Duty is when Rose says, "Take a dirt nap." That's probably going to be one of my favorite moments. Nice. Yeah, but I want to know your favorite moment, so drop it in the chat if you can think of one.
Allison, it's like you've done this before. And last and not least,
locked and loaded,
the man that could be a stunt double for any GQ model and still headshot you, Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick Martineau. I'm the voice of Horangi, South Korean operator Horangi. It's Horangi time. Thank you guys for showing up. My favorite Call of Duty moment is probably from the original Modern Warfare 2, 2009. It's that clean knife throw, how General Shepard dies. He takes that knife right in the forehead. Probably my favorite Call of Duty moment.
I dig that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have over 36 people here on this stream right now. So don't forget, if you want a fantastic print from one of these amazing Call of Duty talent right here, go to streamly.com/Call of Duty. Go to their shops, order it, and they will be signing that just for you. So right now, we hit 41. So you know what? Since we have 41 people, I want everybody in the chat right now to spam some hearts. Show your love for the Call of Duty love right here. So first off, I would like to say thank you guys for being here on this live and being on streaming to be able to sign these amazing prints for some of your awesome fans. So I'm going to start off first, and I want to know, when you first got the role in Call of Duty, how did it feel to know that you were part of one of the longest running franchises and quintessentially the best first-person shooter of all the games? How does it feel? We'll go in reverse order, so we'll start with Nick, then Allison, then Farouk.
So when I first booked the role, I wasn't entirely aware that it was Call of Duty. Audition and the script and everything had a code name on it. I won't say what it is, but it was a prehistoric animal that no longer exists. And so I thought, what are the odds that this is a game about prehistoric anthropomorphic animals duking it out to the death? And it turned out not to be the case. It was Call of Duty. I've been a fan of the franchise since I was a kid, and so it ended up working out, being a blast, and ended up being a much better game than giant animals fighting each other.
Well, I get that. Allison, next up.
So similar to Nick, it wasn't until the day of my session that I showed up and found out it was Call of Duty. I had auditioned probably 7 or 8 months prior. And we do a lot of auditions as voice actors. They come in from our agents, and you kind of do them and you forget about them. So it's always so cool to get a booking. I went back, I looked at it. Sides are very nondescript. No places, no people's names, nothing. So I really didn't know what I was getting into, if it was just going to be a one-day thing. And then I showed up and they're like, you're your Rose in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And I was like,
You said 7 or 8 months before, though. Like, I auditioned probably only a month before we started recording. So they must have, I don't know if they fumbled around with the casting and couldn't find anybody for a while or what, but 7 or 8 months, that's a long time.
I mean, I'd totally forgotten about it. So yeah, I think it was probably about that long, maybe 6 months, but it was a good enough time that I was like, I don't even remember. I have to look it up.
Well, it's because you blossomed out of the bunch and became the top of Rose. Get it? Wordplay.
Yeah, man. For me, man, it's crazy. Like, it was mind blowing because Call of Duty's been such a part of my life in many different ways. From number one, growing up playing it. Number two, I got my hosting start in esports. So I used to host and call it for MLG, for Major League Gaming and stuff like that. And then, my son grew up in Hawaii, and that was the way we bonded. We would play online, and then to be able to have my voice on it, man, to be able to be Hutch on Call of Duty, man, it's like dream come true. So it was amazing, man.
That's awesome. That is awesome. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, wanted to tell you that we have 48 people here in the stream, and we have a special guest here. We have Mars Lepowski. Yep, Grumsky reporting for Party. He's in the chat, so you have another fellow Call of Duty castmate here in the chat checking you guys out. So that means it's a family thing. It's not like Fast and Furious. It's a Call of Duty thing. So, and by the way, if any of you guys want to get some prints, go to streamly.com/Call of Duty and get a print from one of these phenomenal talent that we have here on the screen, and everybody's blowing it up. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's actually go to some comments. So we have Scoot from YouTube says, "Hey Allison, can I am not gonna even try to pronounce that name. Is G Bayan and Komajaro say hi to me and say my name. I love Yokai Watch and would really make my day." I probably butchered all of those names, by the way.
Yeah. So is it Scoot?
Scoot. Yeah.
Jabonyan wants to say hi to Scoot. Paws of Fury. I'm Komajiro, and I want to say hi too. Hi.
See, and I love that question because that is a segue to the next question I want to ask you guys. Besides Call of Duty, what are some characters that you really love that you're like, yeah, Call of Duty is like one, and then these characters, like, yeah, that's near and dear to my heart. We'll start off with Farouk.
Yeah, man. For me, man, it has to be like one of my first animated characters that I did. Was the guy. He was like a mad scientist. It was called Team Hot Wheels. We actually did like 3 movies on Team Hot Wheels, and it was like where these kids were put together, and I was like the mad scientist that put the kid together to have them go fight the bad guys. And yeah, so that was my favorite voice.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That seems pretty cool. Allison.
So one of my favorite characters right now just came out. For any of you guys that might be fans of anime, I am voicing a role in One Piece, which is just a legendary show. There are over 1,000 episodes right now, and I'm one of the big bads in the new Wano arc, Black Maria. And man, is she evil and sadistic, but kind of charming in a way, if you don't mind being tied up and put into her closet. So she's been a lot of fun to play, and she has some epic fight scenes. Rabia, you like to?
I'm just saying, there's people out there like.
There's a bunch of men just hanging in her closet. So typecast again. No, but yeah, so that one's been really, really fun to do and dig my teeth into because she's so sadistic.
I love that. Nick, talk to us.
I think most people, at least probably in the chat, know that I worked on Squid Game, and so I won't say that one. We'll talk about the Super Flock from the Nickelodeon show Bozzy Bear. It's a show that came out earlier this year. starting to pick up steam. And I play a group of K-pop bird band boys, all 4 of them, and do different voices for each of them. And I base the voices off a different Nickelodeon property, the Ninja Turtles, and tried to have the smart one, the leader, the funny one, the angry one, not the angry one, but the grumpy one, the bad boy. And so, that was fun. You know what? Fuck it, I'll do the voice.
Falcon's right up here. Owl's right up here. This right here is Flamingo, and this right here is Dove.
Yeah, so that's the 4, and then I place them in corners just so I always make sure to differentiate between them.
I like that. That was really awesome. I didn't expect to see all of that. You see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the talent that Nick, Allison, and Farouk possess. Just the voices come out of them. Does it come out all the time? We don't know. But you know what does come out all the time? The adoration from you guys to these guys. And they are right willing to give it back to you. So you could get prints at Nick, where can people get prints of you guys so you can sign it?
I'm thinking you can get them on Streamily.com/Nick Martineau. Or
Yeah.
you can go on Streamily.com/Call of Duty and look at all of our prints.
I think that was fantastic. I think we should all go to their shops because it's Streamly.com/Farouk, Streamly.com/Allison Packard, and Streamly.com/Nick Martineau, or Streamly.com/Call of Duty. I like that. That's some cool thing. Actually, we have a question from the chat from Maisie. Maisie says, from YouTube says, what were your favorite moments working on Call of Duty? So I would say that because I kind of asked the same question in the beginning, but this would be more so the actual production, being in studio and stuff like that. Because I know Farouk, you like people doing headshots with your character, we get that. But like during the process, like what was your favorite time? Was it like actually doing the voice? Was it like reading through it and like submerging yourself? Was it working with the producer or the engineer or working with your colleague, or what? What was your favorite moment? And let's mix it up. We'll start off with Allison.
It was a lot. There's a lot of call outs. And so we did a lot of different sessions, and I got to work with some amazing directors, and they really helped guide me on the project. And I think some of my favorite stuff is, people think voice acting is just you and your voice, but to get those sounds to sound realistic, a realistic death cry, a realistic explosion with a bomb, tracking, we are wearing a headset that comes forward, and there's 2 microphones on our heads. So we have a lot of mobility and a lot of leeway to move around and make those physical actions so that you can hear it. So if I'm checking mags, I'm like physically checking mag, or I'm cocking my gun, I'm moving through the space. If I'm like supposed to be on the ground crawling around, I would literally be on the ground crawling around. So I think some of the most fun times were just working with the team and just being in the war zone and putting myself in that place and just being transported to another time where fortunately I don't have to go to every day, because we have to be so grateful to our military for taking care of us and supporting us. We just get to play, so very grateful.
Absolutely agree. Farouk?
Yeah, man, I gotta say it's just being in there, getting the script, and being able to say all those lines that you, like I said, playing the game growing up and just playing the game over the years, and actually getting over there now. It's gonna be my voice saying the line, saying grenade, get down, frag out, whatever it is, flank left, whatever we saying. It's just all great just to be able to get in there and just actually say those words. And like Allison said, man, it's amazing that we really get to do this on this level and don't have to do it on a level that our brave heroes get to do it, in the military. So, it's kind of like, being able to live through those moments. So yeah, just getting in there, man, and saying all those wonderful Call of Duty phrases that we love to hear so much.
Absolutely. Love that. And Nick?
I really just enjoyed working with the team, our writers, Eric Anderson, Matt Hazara Davis. Our directors were great, Dara O'Farrell and Kritsia Bajos. My favorite part was working with Dara because he had directed a lot of the Star Wars games that I had grown up with. Everybody knows I'm a big Star Wars fan, and so Knights of the Old Republic and a lot of classic Star Wars stuff, Force Unleashed. And so I probably spent, I don't know, in total, maybe like 7 hours out of all of our session time that we spent together just asking him Star Wars questions in between our lines. And then he would answer them and tell me, oh, that was this, or this was the on-set drama that day when we recorded this. And I'm just like learning all this stuff that you don't get from the behind-the-scenes videos of those games. And so that's what I enjoyed the most, just coming away with extra Star Wars knowledge I didn't think I would get.
That is awesome. You go into Call of Duty and come out an even bigger Star Wars geek. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Exactly.
And one thing I definitely want to highlight over here by X on YouTube says, you all are so madly talented. Oh. And you guys really are. Like the amount of talent that we have here on the screen is just absolutely just phenomenal. Like not only are you just talented professionals, but you're great human beings. I had the pleasure of actually talking with you guys and interacting with you guys before this. And I just want to say, like, to everybody, these guys, the way that they are on the screen is exactly how they really are in real life. They're sweet, humble. They're all about the fans. And I just once again want to say thank you guys for being here because you guys rock. And on top of that, like, you guys are in Call of Duty. And with that, I got to say, how does it feel to know that with other things that you're going to be doing in your career that may possibly eclipse 1,000 times over you being in Call of Duty, but knowing that just like Farouk was playing the game, and now he's in the game, like how does it feel to know that no matter what, you are permanently cemented in the public zeitgeist, that you guys are in the quintessential game for first-person shooters of all time, and possibly it's going to be hard to even beat Call of Duty for that. So how does it feel to know that you are solidified in that zeitgeist? We'll mix it up. We'll start with Nick.
I wasn't super active on social media before Call of Duty came out, but figured it was probably time to be on given the reach of that game. And the reason was because I had seen other fandoms and other actors sort of get hate comments and things and sort of unwelcoming reception to being on social media. I got quite the opposite. Everybody's been super nice and supportive of me, and so I'm glad to do the same back. People send me fan art all the time, really nice messages. We have a fan club. You can go on our Streamily site, on our Streamlabs site, and then get the merch and all of that too. And so it's been super welcoming. I couldn't ask for any more, honestly. And even if I'm no longer Horangi or working on other projects or whatever, I'll always still be Horangi, and I'll still always support the COD fandom and that outreach.
Nice.
Yeah, man, Call of Duty, like I said, is just part of my life. So, it's getting the opportunity to be on this project. And just real quick, I seen in the chat over there real quick. So I just want to shout out to people in Tanzania. I see y'all out there. What's up? I was just there earlier this year. And then shout out to people in Thailand. Love all that too. Oh, my bad. Get back. What was the question again, my man? My bad. He's just like people out real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we have people out there in Tanzania, in Thailand. Everybody's right now. You have people across the world tuning into this right now because of you guys. We have right here. We have in Thailand right now. It is 5:17 a.m. We have. Hold on. I know that I saw Tanzania when I saw.
They said it was like 1:19 a.m. or something in Tanzania.
There you go, 1:19 a.m. in Tanzania. So this is one of those games that it's global, it's massive. So the question is just like being in the zeitgeist, public zeitgeist of Call of Duty. No matter what, you're there. Fans are always gonna be like, "Bruh, for real."
I never looked at it like that. Like I didn't think about it like that. As far as it like. You know what I'm saying? Being out there forever now, and that's dope, you know what I mean? But I mean that's kind of like why one of the reasons why I love art, and this is a form of art. Like the reason why I like it is because it can be here forever. You can go to when you need it, and it's gonna be here long after I'm gone. So you know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be able to be. So being a part of that, man, that's special and it's dope. Like I said, because it's been a part of my life, and now it's forever. So it's good.
I like that. And Allison.
Well, I just want to take a minute too to shout out the Call of Duty Endowment, which is an amazing nonprofit. If you guys aren't familiar with it, they help veterans get jobs, get really great jobs after their service. And it's been great to kind of just realize, the level of esports, Call of Duty Endowment, and this game is so iconic. Just being a part of the universe is a real honor. And I just hope that we can continue to put good energy out there and support the community in whatever way we can, And you can check out callofdutyendowment.org too if you want more information, especially if you are a veteran who may need some help getting a job.
That is awesome. I actually never even knew that there was an endowment for that. So thank you for bringing the awareness to that. So that is something that is, that's awesome. I'm so sorry. I'm like completely like tongue tied. I'm like, oh wow, that is really, really cool. So yes. So thank you for that, Allison. I was like, I was going to highlight someone's question. The question was, what was your favorite voice line of your character? And I feel bad for the because I can't find the actual question to highlight it. But the question was, what was your favorite voice line from your character? And we can start off with Nick.
My favorite voice line was a line that was not originally in the script. And so there were lines from when the characters escaped the gulag. The line that was originally scripted for me was something like, glad I made it out of the gulag. Glad to be out of there. Something like that. It was pretty generic. And I suggested to Eric, the writer, how about fuck that place? And he was like, it was on the tip of my tongue. I just didn't say it. And then we were like, okay, that must be a sign. And so I read it 3 times, fuck that place. And I don't know if it made it into the game. I still haven't heard it, but it's somehow still a fan favorite, even though I haven't heard it and other people claim they have. So
there we go. I found it was from Tai Hota on YouTube. So there you go. Got your question up on there. Allison, and answer it next.
So there's so many lines. It's thousands of lines. So the one that I'm going to highlight today is, I'm going to enjoy hunting your team. So let's just go. Let's get in there and let's hunt. Let's get them.
See, Allison, you seem like such a nice person. And you say something like that, I'm like, I don't know anymore.
Are you frightened?
Isn't there a line that Allison does where she says, like, let's get them, bitches, or whatever the hell it was? Somebody in chat was mentioning it. What was it called? Do you know what it is, Allison?
Yeah, I think it's let's get them, bitches.
I don't know if I got it right the first time. Somebody in chat knows it, though.
Yeah,
I saw it earlier.
Hey, bitches. I think it's
hey, bitches. That's what it was.
Hey, bitch.
Hey. Oh, you ain't talking about us. Okay, never mind. Farouk, next up.
For me, it was one of those things. I think it was a line that wasn't in there. One, they really ended up liking my laugh, but it was whenever I got to, say Big Daddy Hutch. So, hey, what's up? It's Big Daddy. And I mean, I got to do that. It was awesome. And then, like I said, the laugh. Ha ha ha.
So do people at conventions literally come up to you and be like, hey, Big Daddy?
No, not yet.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the stream.
Factor the anonymity in the face, there's no connection. So I can go out there and you can hear my voice, but once people hear my voice, then it's like, where do I know you from? So it's cool.
Nice. And guys, right now we are almost halfway through this Q&A, and we have 55 plus people here in this stream just having a blast with this Call of Duty cast. And oh my gosh, Allison, I have a crazy important question to ask you. Where can the fans find your prints?
They can find them in my Streamly store, but of course, so it's streamly.com/Allison Packard. Be careful. This is how you spell my name. It's ALICYN. Ironically, I just received my Sophos Award in the mail. It came today, and I was so excited. It was for something I won in 2022. I opened it up, I took it out of the box, big, heavy word, and they spelled my name wrong.
Well,
It is very common that it's misspelled. Just people like to switch the I and the Y. So make sure you type it in right. Or you can go to streamily.com/Call of Duty. That's probably the best place to go. Is that right, Rob? Call of Duty?
yeah, yes, absolutely. Streaming.com/Call of Duty. Allison, the way that you just bring things out to the forefront is just so great. It's like you guys were just, trained actors or something like that. That it's just rolls off you. Oh, so my next question for you guys, and by the way, everyone in the chat, if you have a question for Farouk, for Allison, or for Nick, please sound off in the comments, because if your question is good enough, we will be putting it on the stream for the talent to answer. So my question for you guys, because I know this is something that you probably hear a lot. How do I get into voice acting? Or specifically, how do I get into video game voice acting? So I know this is a rehash. Everybody hears this a lot. So let me help you guys. And in 4 sentences or less, what advice would you give someone that wants to enter video game voice acting? And we'll start with, this is a round robin. Nick.
The way you get into video game voiceover or any type of voiceover is by starting with any type of performance or acting background. So it doesn't matter where you live, doesn't matter what your market looks like. You could be in Thailand for all we care. You could start by acting in Thailand at your local theater, doing school plays. That'll sort of develop the techniques and skills you need to move into any other medium.
All right, that was concise. Next up, Allison.
Well, I would say everybody's story is different, so you get to write your own. I think that a lot of people find different ways to break in. Performance is number one. So the more you're able to believably act the sides under pressure, the better. And I would say with video games specifically, I think improv is key, because we do not get the script in advance 95% of the time to mark it up as you would in theater and maybe think about your different choices and meditate on it. You just go. It's go time. You get the script and you've got to perform like that. So improv can be really helpful.
Nice. And Farouk.
They both spoke on the acting side of things, so that's all there and that's legit. I'm gonna speak about the personality side. Just be you and talk. Everybody's voice is unique, and everybody's voice needs to be heard. So you might think that your voice sound one way, or think that voiceover is supposed to be about putting on a voice, and it's really not. Just your unique voice and just your unique sound can be something that can be anywhere and be everywhere. And not only that, I'm sure, like you said, Allison, we all got our own stories, but like, I don't even know half the voices I can do until I go out there and I just start doing them and practicing and figuring it out, whatever. You know what I mean? So just start. That's my advice.
I love that. And one word of advice I'm always hearing from a lot of voiceover actors is, just because you could do a voice doesn't mean that you could be a voiceover artist.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can mimic a voice, if you could do Bugs Bunny, there's already a Bugs Bunny. Don't worry about Bugs Bunny. Like for just like you said, be the best you could be and let your voice shout out, and don't worry about other people. And always don't compare yourself to others. Just like Allison said, everybody writes their own story. Everybody has their own path. So don't compare yourself to others. And do you guys agree with those sentiments?
Oh, absolutely. I think even if you're putting on a voice or doing a character, that character has to be grounded in some kind of reality to you. You have to connect it to something in the real world, or else there's no emotional connection. There could theoretically be something, AI, let's talk about AI, for example. AI can replicate the sound of Peter Cullen's voice, but nobody can play Optimus Prime like Peter Cullen, because it's grounded in some sort of reality to him. He's drawing on, I think I've heard him talk about, all of the leadership qualities and things of people he's met that he's sort of instilled into that character. And so it's not something that can simply be mimicked or conjured up. A sound-alike doesn't do that performance justice.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the flip is there are a lot of auditions for sound-alikes. So the ability to mimic is good. And if it's your thing, I think keep practicing, because you start to get vocal versatility and kind of learning where different placement and make your, the idea of silly voices is like playing around with it to get something that feels right. And if it feels right, that's where you're in the pocket with it. If it feels right and you can have an experience and it's like you're experiencing it from a point of view that's different than your own, then you're like, ooh, bingo, like I'm in the pocket. It's a good feeling.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. I ain't got nothing to add. They hit it.
Nice. Very nice. So we have another question from on YouTube by Draconic Onesie. X, my question is, what is your favorite dream role? What does that say? A specific character or type of character? Your dream role. We'll go in reverse. We'll start off with Farouk.
Well, I'm like Allison gets to play right now, the evil person. I want to play somebody that's like mad evil. Like I got some devil voices that I want to use. Like I want to kill you.
Oh,
It's your mother. Like I want to do stuff like that, and then maybe go into
Why, you motherfuckers out there, I want to eat every piece of you.
like I want to get down and evil and grimy like that. I want to be like a dark character like that.
You should do like all the voices in Halo.
Yo, so you know what I'm
Call of
saying?
Duty.
Like,
Go work on
that's
Halo.
another game. That's another game. I actually got close to being in Halo, and that's another game from my MLG community. Like
Yeah.
I used to, I was a broadcaster for Halo too. So yeah, that's another one of those games. I
Same
like-
casting director that cast us in Call of Duty. They also do Halo.
oh, word.
Yeah.
Word. I just booked something else coming up with them. You know what I mean? Got another one of those code names out there. It's named after.
All right. Yeah. Don't spill.
nice. Well, congrats on that.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Let's go with Allison.
I mean, there's a lot of things still on my bucket list. But I think really the iconic role that I want to voice is one that doesn't exist yet. I love voicing strong females. Good, bad intentions. Everybody's good from their point of view. So it's less about what she does and more about just bringing in the power. I mean, I've voiced some really old, wise, elderly women, some ethereal women. I voiced big bads. I voiced heroes. I have voiced kids and little boys. I mean, so any and all, please and thank you. I'm just so grateful to be able to wake up in the morning and do this as my job. So, the iconic role, I think like a Jimmy Neutron, where they're like, oh yeah, Jimmy Neutron is Debbie Derryberry, the one where they're like, Allison Packard is blank.
And you're friends with
Can't
Debbie,
wait.
right?
I
You
am,
get
yeah.
to see
She's
all
my
the
friend
love
and
she
neighbor.
gets for
She's,
Jimmy.
I can't show you guys because you're on my computer, but her and I were on the cover along with Sissy Jones and Tara Strong. Were on the cover of Toluca Lake magazine a couple years ago, and it's hanging in my studio.
Nice.
All iconic, amazing voice actresses in their own right. It's very cool.
Nice. That is awesome. That is awesome. Nick.
I've got a long list of roles I'd like to play. I'd like to play Horangi again at some point. I'd love to be DC's Nightwing, or if they ever do a live action Invincible, or let's see, I don't know what else. I'd do Batman Beyond if that was ever a thing. Those were all live action parts except for Horangi, but yeah.
And I'm thinking Batman Beyond, you're Terry McGinnis.
I'd be what now?
You'd be Terry McGinnis.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
I don't think I'd be old Batman.
I feel like that's the youngest old Batman I've ever seen in my life. So we have a question from David Mizangi from YouTube saying, what was the funniest script you've read from one show or a game that you did? We'll start off with Allison. Well, you know what, Allison, go for it because I saw you writing something. Go finish that. We'll start off with Nick.
Oh no, that's okay. I was actually writing something else down.
Oh, okay. So go for Allison.
I mean, I've had to sing a lot of funny songs, but the one that always sticks in my head is
I am a cat and I like you like that. I wash my butt at the laundromat.
What? Time out. Why are you a cat washing your butt at a laundromat?
If you are a 6-year-old boy, that is probably right down your humor lane.
Fair enough.
Who am I kidding? Actually, I laugh at that, and I am not a 6-year-old boy. I only play one on TV.
Fine, boy. Farouk?
I'm just trying to think of like some. I mean, a lot of animation stuff we get to work on is real funny. I think I did a few recurring roles on We Bear Bears, and I know those guys over there, We Bear Bears, they're real funny people. Plus, it was a plus because Cartoon Network was only 2 blocks from where I was living at, so I got to look out there and see that building. And then when I got to work there, it was dope. So yeah, I say the people over We Bear Bears, they wrote some funny stuff.
Nice. Nick.
I can't talk about the funniest scripts I've read because they're not out yet, but I feel like a lot of the funny stuff that I've read are for parts that I never end up booking, which is sad because I have such a blast reading them, and then I have so much fun with this with the material, and then I read for it, and then I don't hear back, and so there's a long list of projects I could name that I've not booked that were super funny shows for TV, a lot of adult animation and stuff. Yeah.
Fair enough. And this is another one for Nick by Maisie on YouTube. For Nick, is Harangi bald?
Guys, we were doing so well. There were no absurd comments, and then we got that one. They usually save this for my Twitch stream, but is Harangi bald? I don't think so. No, he's. You know what? What I say is canon. He's not bald.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. He is not bald. Maybe balding, but not bald. There you go.
He's not balding either. All right, he's not bald, and he's not
They're
balding.
not going to send him out to battle if he's balding.
Fair enough.
They want to be young soldiers.
Well, you know what? Talking about soldiers, you young cadets out there watching this stream, go to streamy.com/Call of Duty and pick up your arms, aka Prince, from these fantastic talent over here. And just right now, look at that. Oh, can you just hold that one? Oh, look at it.
This one is so cool because this is a custom rose print from an amazing artist named Colin 3D. He lives in Ireland, and he created this just for us.
Nice.
Beautiful.
This is
Beautiful. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want beautiful art pieces like that hanging on your wall with your own personal quote so you could show your friends that you are really a Call of Duty fan and they're not, go to streamy.com/Call of Duty and get your prints right now. So I want to ask this question. Farouk, based on what you said before, that you grew up with Call of Duty, besides Call of Duty, what game did you grow up with that you were like, this is my joint, my jam, turn it up and play it again? We're going to start up with Nick this time.
I played a lot of like Spyro the Dragon trilogy, and then like Jak and Daxter.
Yeah.
I was into those. Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, those were probably the ones.
Big platformer guy. I dig it.
Yeah, for sure.
Allison.
I was on Nintendo for sure. Anything by Super Mario Brothers, Castlevania,
Symphony of the Night.
DuckTales. What was
Symphony
it?
of the Night.
What is it called?
Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh, Symphony of the Night. I think this was there's no.
He's like, I played all of them. I don't know. Leave me alone.
It's been 30 years probably. So yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, that was like the first. I mean, what a game changer it was getting a Nintendo in the house, and from that point on, we had plans every Friday, Saturday night. We had plans.
Nice. I like that. Family bonding time over video games. I think that's super awesome. Farouk, and don't say Call of Duty.
Look, man, I go back. You want to talk about Commodore 64 where I was rocking? We can go to Vectrex when I was playing Spike and Blitz. That's when the football game was just X's and squares. You know what I'm saying? But then I started playing Metal Gear Solid. But then I would say the game that I was really into, of course, and it became a dream of mine because I actually started my hosting career on this game, Madden.
Yeah.
basketball. Come on, man. Playing Madden, playing NBA Live, 2K, all that, man. That was it growing up. That was it right there, Madden.
Because all you heard was EA Sports. It's in the game.
Like,
And
that's another thing, too.
Who's playing what?
I always wanted to be able to do that. I've been able to do it on like some other things, but not necessarily on like an actual EA Sports game. But even just being able to voice that and say that, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like a dream.
I dig it.
I think it's the same guy that's been doing it for 30 years, that line. He re-records it every few years.
Yeah, man.
And it's like, do you really need to re-record it? He's like, I want a payday, bro. It's like, okay. It's like, I get it. So we have we have a question from Madeline Richer from YouTube says, if you could have your own plot line in the new Modern Warfare 3 game, what would you guys want for your operators? That's a very good question, Madeline. Madeline, thank you for that. I will put the question back up just so you guys can read it one more time. So if you could have your own plot line in the new Modern Warfare 3 game, what would you guys want for your operators? I love how niggas like in-depth thought. Like,
I could think for 6 hours about this question.
I like this. That's why I'm like, this is a great question because you really stumped these amazing talents. They're like, oh wow, hold on, what? So this is good.
Definitely. The three of us in the campaign would be nice.
I like what one of our guests over here said if Hutch was like a dark rituals Hutch. So like Hutch is out there and he come across some like, you know, some weird, I don't know, he could come across some kind of weird like stone or something, some alien life stone, or maybe he just come across somebody that possesses him, something. He come, you know, some kind of, maybe they end up in New Orleans or something. He get a little voodoo on him, and now all of a sudden he's like bad, and he's got to like fight his inner demons, and he's out there even maybe attacking some of his own soldier friends. So you know what I'm saying? That would be a dope thing. And then you know what I'm saying, they have the Rose and them have to come out and help me out, and you know what I mean, save me.
That's the Call of Duty prototype over.
Yeah, well, if you want to make it really Call of Duty, you should just have like the voodoo just take over your one arm, and at the end of the game, you got to chop it. So you just got one arm, and you're fighting with one hand. You know?
Use your shoulder to hold the snipe.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, I love that. Headshot. Did you get that with your shoulder? Yup. Nick.
I would love to see Horangi in a campaign, sort of being an affiliate of the 141, in the same way that Farah and Alex and Alejandro have been in previous games. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like North Korea is a big enough threat, I think, to the 141 and the potential storyline in future COD games that they could use some South Korean intelligence at some point.
I dig that. Now, here's a very, very good question from Null from YouTube. It is, what's your favorite character besides your own? And he's just like, me?
In Call of Duty.
Yes, in Call of Duty, yes. I would assume in Call of Duty. We'll start off with Nick.
My favorite character as of lately has been Alex because I'm friends with Chad Michael Collins. We stream all the time. We're actually streaming today together at 5:30 Pacific in just under 2 hours here.
Nice.
And he's really welcomed me into the community and shown me a lot of friendship. And so I think very fondly of Alex Keller, Echo 3-1.
I like that. Farouk.
Oh, I only play Hutch. No, I'm just playing. No, I don't, I'm not into I don't know all the names, all the characters and all that. But yeah, I go out there, man. Like I said, I really want to hop on, man. I don't play Hutch really because I don't really like hearing myself like that. So
really?
But yeah.
Hey, you know what? The world does. So thank you for that.
Appreciate it.
Allison.
I like Callisto. I like Alejandro, Horangi, Hutch. It's hard to pick just one. Collect them all.
Like soldier Pokemon.
There you go.
That's a frightening thought.
All right. Just put on.
Collect them all and don't get your head blown off in the process.
Yeah, for y'all that don't have Hutch yet, you got to complete mission 16 in the campaign, just so you know.
Get your missions done, ladies and gentlemen. And here's a mission for you.
Look, from where I know all my family and friends, they like, yo, you on Call of Duty? I ain't heard you. I'm like, because y'all just hop online and play. You gotta, you know what I mean, unlock the guy first. Get my, you know what I mean, special.
Play through the campaign. It's pretty good.
Yeah, for real.
The campaigns are amazing. And you know what? What's amazing? And this is a mission for everybody out there on the stream. Go to streamly.com/Call of Duty and get your prints. Or you could go to streamly.com/Farouk Tahid, or streamly.com/Allison Packard, or streamly.com/Nick Martineau. That is your duty. Go out there, soldiers. And with that, we have another question by Tatiana Cortez. What's your favorite anime TV show? Pokemon. Starting off with.
Because mine,
We'll go for it. He's like, me, please.
I haven't really started watching anime like that yet, so I don't really have a show that I watch.
Really? So you never watched like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece?
I know about it, but I can't really say that I've actually sat down and watched any episodes of anime. I know a lot of people that do. I got friends, family that love it. I haven't gotten into it yet.
You know what? That's totally fine since you never watched an anime. There's this phenomenal anime called One Piece, and you have the amazing Allison Packard that is Black Maria in One Piece. So you could just jump on that. There we go. That's your first anime.
Sure.
You only have 980 episodes to watch first.
Hey, 16. You got to unlock 16 missions, 900 episodes to get that. There you go.
Maybe you need another global.
It's like 50 Breaking Bads.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Allison.
You know, I'm going to say we're going to go anime movie, and I'm going to say the first Slam Dunk, which just hit theaters end of July. And if you haven't seen this movie, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. It's a sports anime put out by G Kids. I play Kaoru Miyagi, who is Ryoto's mom. And she's got some killer scenes. It's a pretty complicated relationship that they have together. But the animation is just so beautiful. I mean, this is one of the longest running mangas in Japan. It's been going for over 10 years. And it was the highest grossing film in Japan in 2022, 23, like within the last year. So it's good. It's real good. I don't know if you can still catch it in theaters, but it should be streaming soon. So keep an eye out for that if you haven't watched it yet. And of course, One Piece, but we already mentioned.
Well, I did see the big reveal for Slam Dunk, and I have one of my friends that I did some VO stuff with. She's in there too. I was like, Kelsey Jaffer. I was like, oh my gosh! I'm like, okay, I gotta watch this. And I saw the animation. I'm like, this does look pretty sweet. And I'm not going to confirm or deny that we may be having a Slam Dunk signing soon.
Wow.
And Nick, your favorite anime TV show, sir?
Favorite anime TV show. I worked on one recently. It's out on Hulu right now, Disney Plus if you're outside of the States, called Heavenly Delusion. That's a big one. I thought it was super well done, even the English dub. Out of shows that I've watched, I don't watch a whole lot of anime, but my favorite anime movie is probably Akira. Classic. Yeah, but actually, my favorite show would be Dragon Ball Z. I grew up with that one. And I've seen all of the movies and all of that, so yeah.
I love it.
I tell people that if they ever do another live action Dragon Ball Z and it's actually good this time, that I should play Vegeta.
Ooh, I could see that.
I'd love to read for that, but yeah.
Nice. And ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 minutes left in the stream because these fantastic talent, because we're gonna have Nick and Allison going on to their Instagram at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to go sign their stuff. And I want to give them about a 10-minute break to, go to the bathroom, get relaxed before they go on their IG. And Farouk's going to go on live August 31st on his Instagram to sign his prints. So, guys, for the last 2 minutes, you have a chance. Go to streamly.com/Call of Duty. And the last question that I have for you guys is, as your operator, what words of advice would you give a brand new cadet or a brand new soldier playing Call of Duty? what words of advice or strategy would you give them as your operator? This is real life. Like, we're all in the Call of Duty world. So, just saying. Not just like playing game, like, just don't get shot. Type thing. And I think we shall start with Nick.
Game advice wise, turn motion blur off and set your sensitivity between 5 and 7. I would say that's my game advice.
And in the world of Call of Duty, what would be an advice for a brand new soldier or cadet?
It would be never give up. 호랑이 believes in you. How about that?
I like that. I like that. Allison.
Hey, bitches, you got this.
Allison, I think you just want an excuse to just say that all the time. Like, that should just be your bumper sticker. Just, hey, bitches, be like, what's going on? Read the bumper sticker. That's what. Farouk.
Protect your soldiers like you protect your family. Big Daddy love you. I'm out.
Word. There we go. Done. That's how it's done. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be ending the stream right now. I want to thank all of you guys being on the stream, checking out these fantastic talent. And I want to thank Nick, Allison, and Farouk for being here. So, with our parting words, Nick, Allison, Farouk, tell them what your social media your social media platforms, and possibly where they can see you next in person at either an appearance or at a Comic-Con. And we're going to start off with Farouk.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? You can catch me, Battle Bots, Roots Less Traveled on Peacock. Also coming up, did a job with Mercedes-Benz and ESPN. So that's coming to you live next month as well on YouTube. But keep it locked. You can follow me on Instagram. That's the main one I use, at Faroukadelphia. Farouk and Philadelphia. Put them together, you got it. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
There you go. Thank you, Farouk. Allison.
First off, I want to say thank you guys for joining. It's so great to see so many faces or avatars and some new friends as well. So thank you so much for swinging by. I'm going to be on my Instagram at Allison, at ALICYN. So if you want to chat more, I didn't have a chance to respond to all of the comments, but I will do so on my Instagram. I'm going to jump on at 4. And where you can hear me, One Piece for Slam Dunk. You can hear me on Rugrats. We're recording season 2 of that. And of course on TikTok and Instagram. I'm also going to be coming to Texas in October, but let me look up the details on that. It's going to be the weekend of the 20th. But let me look up the details and I'll let you know on Instagram. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. And Nick.
I won't promote any of my upcoming projects until the strike's over, but you can find me on Nick J. Martineau on all social media. So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I don't really use Facebook, but those are the main ones. Twitch as well. We'll be streaming today with Chad at 5:30. In the meantime, you can catch me on Instagram. Let's pop over there, and then we'll go live and get through as many of these prints as we possibly can. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, you could see all the fantastic talent on this stream at streamly.com/Call of Duty. Find out all the fantastic talent that we have here at Streamly at streamly.com. And you can check us out at streamly.live on all social media. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much to Farouk, to Allison, and to Nick for being on here. Thank you, everybody in the interwebs, for being on this stream. And have a fantastic day. We will see you on the next stream. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks, Robin.